Welcome tutorial people. Now we're going to do some customary conversions and we're going to do length this time. Length. We're going to start off with 5 miles equals how many yards? Well, since we're going from miles to yards, that means we multiply. We multiply the number of miles we have by the number of yards in 1 mile, which is 1,760. Customary system stinks because I actually have to do the math instead of just moving the decimal point. So I've got to multiply 1,760 times 5, 0, 30, 38, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I did my math correctly, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 3 is 30, 0, 3, 35, 38, 8, 3, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 5 miles equals 8,800 yards. 5 miles equals 8,800 yards. Now we're changing from feet to yards. Since yards are bigger, I'm changing from feet to yards. That means this is division. I'm going to divide 18 feet. Now I got to look up and see how many. Mick Foley told me that there are 3 feet in a yard. So I'm going to divide 18 feet divided by 3, and that gives me 18 feet equals 6 yards. 18 feet equals 6 yards. Man, we're having some fun now, people.
Yes, we are.
We are having some fun now. Let's do blank inches equals 5 feet. Blank inches equals 5 feet. I don't know how many inches, but I know how many feet. So I'm starting with feet and I'm changing to inches, which means I'm going to multiply. I'm going to multiply my number of feet by the number of inches in 1 foot, which is, according to the rock, 12. So the number of feet times the number of inches in 1 foot. So that gives me 12 times 5, which means 60 inches equals 5 feet. 60 inches equals 5 feet. Let's do 4 miles equals how many feet? 4 miles equals how many feet? We know miles, it's bigger. Changing to feet, which means we multiply the number of miles, which is 4, times how many feet are in a mile, which is 5,280, according to Ric Flair. Woo! So I got to do the math. 5,280 times 4, 0, 32, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21. So if I did my math right, let's see, 4 times 0, 0, 4 times 8, it's 32. So 2, carry the 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, carry the 1, 21. So it looks like I did my math right. And if I did it wrong, please comment below. So 4 miles equals 21,120 feet. 21,120 feet. Yes. Nice. We'll do 8 yards to inches. How many inches? Now this one's going to take more than one step here. Because if I'm looking at this, it doesn't tell me how many inches there are in 1 yard. So I'm going to have to change yards to feet. I don't have them.
Died out. Look for my daughter. She's supposed to be here or in the cafeteria. She's needed. Thank you.
Aubrey's right here. I'm going to change yards to feet first. So I'm going to do 8 yards equals how many feet. I'm going to do that first so that then I can change it to inches once I know how many inches or how many feet are in 8 yards. Well, I'm going from yards to feet, which means I multiply. So I'm going to multiply 8 times how many feet are in 1 yard. Good answer is 3. So 8 yards equals 24 feet. So 8 yards equals 24 feet. But that's not what I want. I need to know the number of inches in 8 yards. The number of inches in 8 yards. Well, 8 yards and 24 feet are the same. So I could take 24 feet. I'm going from feet to inches. And I could multiply by 12. 24 times 12, which 288, maybe? I think 84042. Yes, 288. So 8 yards is 288 inches. 8 yards is 288 inches. Yes. 11 yards. Is that one here? This one here? Okay. What problem you want me to do?
11 yards equals blank inches.
11 yards equals blank inches. All right, this is like the one we just did. Our formula chart does not tell us how many inches are in a yard. So there's a couple ways we can do it. We can change the 11 yards to feet, or I can see how many inches are in 1 yard. Well, 1 yard has how many feet? 3. 1 yard has 3 feet. Each foot has 12 inches. So what's 3 times 12? Good, 36. So 36 inches equals 1 yard. 1 yard is 36 inches. So I could take my number of yards, because I'm going from yards to inches. I could multiply 11 yards times 36 inches in each yard, and that's going to tell me how many inches are in 11 yards. So 36 times 11, 6306369, 396 if I did it right. 396 inches in 11 yards. 396 inches in 11 yards. Let's look at blank inches equals 2 yards, 1 foot. 2 yards, 1 foot, and we need to change to inches. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change 1 foot is how many inches? Anyone? 12. 12 inches. We just learned over here that 36 inches is 1 yard. So I can change 2 yards by multiplying 36 times 2. And that'll give me the number of inches in 2 yards, which is 72. And if I add that 12 in here, I get 84 inches is 2 yards and 1 foot. 84 inches is 2 yards and 1 foot. All right, let's do blank feet, 2 miles. Blank feet equals 2 miles. We know the miles changing to feet. Miles to feet, which means we're going to multiply. 2 times the number of miles, or the number of feet in 1 mile. So there are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. I'm going to multiply that by 2. 10,560 feet in 2 miles. 10,560 feet in 2 miles. And I'm going to do uno más. I'm going to have, you're welcome, feet equals, did we already do this one? 11 yards, 2 feet? Okay. 11 yards, 2 feet. So we need to figure out how many feet are in 11 yards and 2 feet. So we're going to figure out how many feet are in 11 yards. Well, how many feet's in 1 yard? Good, 3. There are 3 feet in 1 yard. We're talking 11 yards. So 11 yards is 33 feet. 2 feet is 2 feet. So 33 feet plus 2 feet is 35 feet. 35 feet. So that's some customary length.